all a minute to catch on because the battery just completely died. I looked, we were talking, me and Billy, and boom, I was gone, and there you go. So I think that'd be a good defending call. Sorry, I'm talking to Billy. Right, so I will wait a moment for some people to turn up, and I don't know why I'm doing it in portrait mode. I feel like I'm doing a YouTube short. But yes, I'm here with Billy and a visitor. And yeah, that's where I am. And I will be going back to the park shortly-ish once I've finished my cola. So yeah, it's a shame. Actually, I can share the link myself from my other device.
And then I got my name in the council list. And I got a council.
Is that still streaming the other one? It can't be. No. Okay, so I don't even know if I've lost that stream now, technically, because the phone just died. So let me turn on the live chat business. If you can say hello, that'd be lovely. While I just share the link, because, you know, organisational level boss at the moment. Let me just check if I lost that video. You can hear Billy in the background, maybe. Yeah, so he was telling us prior, I can see my live stream, but the other one. Yeah, he was telling us about, thanks Victoria for letting me know.
So it's not so bad.
I can't find the other one. September 11th. It says upcoming. Why does it say scheduled? Oh, because I set the other one. Shizzle, I think I lost it.
It's double the price where it was last year.
Crud. I'm going to go with that. I can't share the link if anyone can.
Mechanic.
I'm going to find out, Baz. Give me 2 odd seconds. He's just chit-chatting.
That's the cleanest been all year.
Live streams. Come on, Kay. 4th of the 9th, an hour and 13. Boom. There you go. So I didn't lose it. Right, let me ask him. They're just swapping hand washing tips.
Did you know?
Oh,
So
no, I was filthy. And I put grease in my shirt like this.
Sorry, they're just doing a little Scottish chat. I'll break into Glaswegian any minute. Can I just ask you a question? You can't hear me. Sorry, Baz. Give me a minute. Like to know. Yeah, when?
That's about 60 years ago.
Just a hot minute ago, Baz. It's so not in the 60s.
Well, it was a long time ago.
50s, 40s.
Well, I was 18 at the time.
It was a while back. I know. You're a nonagenarian.
Is that why I'm an octogenarian?
No, nonagenarian. Octogenarian is 80s.
Oh, well, I'm more
You smashed that
I'm
record.
better off than that.
Exactly. You're much better off. You're blessed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when he was a young man, 18. So, 78 years ago. No, 72 years ago.
But in Aden, I met the missionaries in Aden. Canadian missionaries.
Canadians.
I met Canadian missionaries in Aden. They'll be dead now. And they were older than me, and they'll be away now. And a man and woman, and they were advising me to be a missionary in Muslims. A missionary in the Muslim country. And I went to Bible school with that in mind, but they said, we don't think you're suitable to be a missionary with Muslims. They were very good. And I took
why, what was their
I don't know
feedback?
Why, but they
thought you were too nice.
And I went through a very bad time, because without going into too much detail, there were problems in the home, you see, my home. But anyway, they said you could work with children, because they seen me working with children. You'd be good with children, and that's proved to be the case.
Yeah.
And I worked with children a lot. And in the open air missions, I always had a children's...
like a choir and a
children's
activities.
messages as well as adults. And then I left and went into Royal Mail.
Nice.
Post office in Paddington, because I came to London. I had to work at something.
Good steady work.
And that steady work, I was never out of work. And my landlord and landlady, they were Polish, and they took to me, very fond of me. And I used to shave my landlord and do his needs, and also do shopping for his wife.
Nice.
But they're away now, they're gone. So who's going to
You're
look
holding
at,
the fort here, Bill.
who's going to look after
Well, I'm
me?
here. Don't, well, I often think I should.
And I came to know the Lord through a man called John Moore. He wrote, "Burdens are lifted at Calvary. Days are filled with sorrow and care, hearts are lonely and drear. Burdens are lifted at Calvary. Jesus is very near." Now, he became the leader of one of the biggest missions in Glasgow, the Tent Hall, over 2,000 people. And I always met up with him, and he took it because he's from the same village, Kirkintilloch. And
Giving away all his personal
we were out eating. He took us out like we've done here and have something to eat. And I said, "John, that was a great hymn they sang tonight. Burdens are lifted at Calvary." He says, "Yes, I wrote it all in one night." I said, "What, did you read it?" He says, "Yes, I was visiting a young man in the ships, and he had fallen hold of the ship and he was seriously injured. And I was the missionary there at that time, and I spoke to him and I said, "You know, burdens are lifted at Calvary. You've got a burden, haven't you?" He says, "Yes, I have." And he pointed him to the Lord.
Oh,
You
lovely.
see? So he said, "I went home and I got a piece of paper and the Lord gave me the words and the tune.
I've had that a
and
couple
I
of
wrote
times,
them all
not the
down.
tune.
It's marvellous.
Yeah.
There's that gift, the gift of
Inspiration. Yeah.
yes, and what do they call it? A perfect pitch.
Yeah.
And he never used music. He didn't need it. And
Oh,
sit,
yeah, I see what you're
it was
saying.
wonderful.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mother was the same.
Yeah.
She had a beautiful voice, and she used to sing in the Baptist church.
Nice.
And she had come to the Lord, and early
She
in
came
life,
after you, no? Your mum?
she came to the Lord long before me, but they don't live it out somehow for a while.
Right, I
They
see
don't
what
live
you're
it
saying,
out.
yeah.
And they get married and everything, and things change.
Because I think I remember you telling me when you told her that you'd come to Jesus.
Oh,
and,
through the thing was over my head. I was in bed. She had come in from the hospital. She worked in the mental hospital, you see. And I says, "Mum, I'm a Christian." "Oh, well," she said, "I hope you don't go to so many pictures." I go to pictures every night, and I like the horrors. And I wait to the second show, you know, they fill out, they go out, and then was the second show, the same film, and I was looking about and the place was empty. I thought, "How am I going to get home?" I'm scared. And we lived up this winding
Right,
and
so
I've seen people come to the Lord. One young man,
I've got to point it at me, sorry, so I can see if it ends.
and one young man came up and said, "I want to talk to you." Ian Denver was his name. I said, "Well, what is it, Ian?" He says, "I'm serious about this now." Oh, he's very serious. He says, "I want to be a Christian." I said, "Well, we'll kneel down here in the caravan and you ask the Lord into your life." And he did that. And he was a witness.
Oh,
And he started preaching himself. And they laughed at me. It was in the Brethren Assemblies. And this brethren woman said to me, he got up to sing and he said, "I'm going to sing this hymn by the one who you know used to sing it." And that was me. I'd never left his mind. He got married to an Irish girl, the little daughter, and then died in an asthmatic attack. But he was ready for the Lord. That was a wonderful.
That's the main thing.
That
It don't
was the
matter how
main
old
thing.
you are if you're not
Yes,
ready.
get baptised by immersion. Wonderful.
No,
Oh, he was a great wee
Oh.
fella, Ian. And
you should write a book, Bill. You should put a little memoir together. Why? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Oh no, that was wonderful. And I worked with Don Bridge, and Don Bridge had a good ministry. He was a good man to work with. I worked with another man who wasn't so good.
Well, there's none good,
Get them
if you
and
know what I mean.
They're jealous of you, you see. They don't want people to give their attention.
Like an
to
ego
you.
thing,
That's all
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Cult of
But we look
personality.
to the Lord, and He's never let us down.
Definitely not.
Never let us down, has He?
No, not that I know of. Not me.
No.
Anyway, even when I thought it turns out my thinking was all scariffy. It
Yeah.
wasn't him, it was me. But yeah, right, let me just have a chat to these. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what's happening with this stream, but I know Annie, Victoria, it's lovely, but every time I point the phone at him, I can't see when it says unable to connect or buffering or whatever. But I'm I'm going to go back to the park at some stage. I'm just waiting for my real life iPhone, as it were, the other one to charge up again, because I've never known it to happen like that. It just died when the battery was thingy. He's got a lovely voice. Maybe I'll get some audio testimony off him. You know, like we did. I mean, my sister did some voice recording to my granddad before he passed away. Just, I don't know if they were like undercover recordings, but just talking to him about his childhood and stuff. And I don't think anyone's listened to them yet because it was just before he passed away. But it's nice to have them anyway. Not this second. Yeah, Sean, I have, yeah. I had a lot of bereavements, and then this, in that really hot weather that Britain had, I just didn't feel hungry. I was, and my sleeping pattern, I don't have a sleeping pattern, I have a freestyle, which means that I'm not processing the calories at the correct time and all of that shebang. But don't worry, I'm going to get my Christmas body ready with the mince pie. I mean, the mince pies are already out now. It's a joke. It hasn't even been like Halloween yet, and we've already got all the Christmas stuff in the shops because consumerism rules. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to end this mini stream in a minute. I just wanted to let you know that I'm still here because I'm using my other phone, which is connecting to the other phone for the source of the internet, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, deep breath. Yeah, once I do this, then I'll be back in the park within about... Don't make me wrestle you to the ground. No one must take anything. No.
So do you want another tea?
The Scotsman argued about who pays. Love it.
No, that's fine.
Old ladies usually do this. They try and force money on it. No, I'm good to go. I'm going to use the facilities. I'm not live streaming in there, obviously, but I'm going to.
Very domineering woman.
What you meant to say is forthright and confident in Jesus. Domineering. What you saying? There's no chance for us, Bill. You saying I'm too? He's saying I'm too bossy for him. I think it's because he felt he was stood up. But I know, Victoria. They're very stubborn. The advanced in maturity of years. So yeah. So now you know I'm back again. I'll do a post with a link maybe, but when I use the other software, I just can't. So I will go back and do a little bit of streaming. I might do some members only stuff, but that'll only be like minutes long. And then I will be back in the fray, and then I'll be kidnapping JC, obviously, and coming back here. I mean, when I say kidnapping, I mean taking hostage. I mean encouraging to come and have fellowship away from the satanic murmurings of those people over there. Anyway, I'm going to end this one, sorry, and I'll be back in half hour-ish. All right, or maybe sooner. Lots of love. Bye. Oh, she's pressed the button, and then the other one. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Right, that's that out of the way.